Hey everybody, movie reviewer next door here, and I'm back with another review. And this time I saw Borderlands. This is an action comedy film directed by Eli Roth from 2024, and it stars Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Edgar Ramirez, Jamie Lee Curtis, Ariana Greenblatt, Florian Munto, Gavankar, and Jack Black and Gina Gershon. In this film, a ragtag team of misfits embark on a mission to save a missing girl who holds the key to unimaginable power. So, what did I think of Borderlands? It was not good. It's a solid 5 out of 10. I'm very disappointed that this film was released in the state it was, and I'll get into what I mean by that. I did a little research. But yeah, let me get to the cast. Kate Blanchett plays Lilith, character from the games. I don't remember much about the character from the games. I do remember that she's not nearing 60. She's in her mid 20s. Kate Blanchett is doing what she can. Her acting is not horrible, but it's not great. It's very girl boss. Um and again, her character is just not that special. I feel like Lilith had way more character in the games. Kevin Hart plays Roland, this big hulking brute guy. Except no, that's the game character. But Kevin Hart, he's not terrible in the film, but he's sorely miscast and he doesn't work as a badass, like, big hulking dude. Edgar Ramirez plays Atlas. He is our villain of the film. He's very generic. I've never really cared much for Edgar Ramirez as an actor. Maybe I just haven't seen him in the right thing, but I don't know. I've just never found anything much to like about him. I think he's in Vantage Point. Like he was probably fine in Vantage Point, but haven't seen him in anything else really. Jamie Lee Curtis plays Patricia Tanis. Another big miscast. Jamie Lee Curtis is way too old to be playing a 23 or 24-year-old scientist. Uh, Ariana Greenblatt plays Tiny Tina. I I never got to the games where Tiny Tina was a big character. She's just kind of annoying here. Ariana Greenblatt's also a big old nepo baby. She was also in 65, that dinosaur movie, and uh she was in the Barbie movie. She's the girl that Barbie walks up to and she calls Barbie a fascist. She's a big nepo baby because her dad's like a big Hollywood, like Broadway producer or something. She's not that great here. She's really annoying. Florian Munto plays Krieg, uh, a psycho that Tiny Tina befriends. I didn't mind him. I thought he was fine, even though most of his roles to just say fun, weird shit. Janina Gavankar plays Nox. I know this is probably a character from the game. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm mostly talking about this movie as a movie, but or as its own thing. But yeah, she was very boring. Not much to her character. Jack Black plays Claptrap. He's annoying as shit. I remember when I used to like Jack Black. And Gina Gershon plays Mad Moxie, who, again, I think is one of the couple shining, like, saving graces of the film. Gina Gershon is a lot of fun. Even though she's, again, too old for the role, she looks fantastic and has that kind of sass to her that I do like. But yeah, Borderlands, directed by Eli Roth. My history with Eli Roth, there's not a lot in terms of that. I've so of his films, I've seen Cabin Fever, Hostel, and Death Wish. I really like the Death Wish remake. I know a lot of people hate it with a passion. I don't like the original Death Wish like at all. I think Charles Bronson's fine, but overall, I just find it kind of a not worthless. Like it kind of kickstarted the revenge genre being a bigger like thing, but other than that, just kind of a boring movie. But Death Wish, very engaging, entertaining. Uh, Hostel, I like the revenge portion. I don't like much of the rest of the film. I might have to watch them again sometime. And Cabin Fever, I go back and forth. I don't hate it, but I don't exactly love it. Uh, but yeah. Um, I think Eli Roth is a much better director when he isn't writing, and his writing here is very fucking annoying. And I don't even know if this is his product because apparently this film was originally shot with an R rating in mind, and they decided to go for PG-13 so it could sell more tickets, which sucks because Borderlands, if you haven't played the games are pretty violent. There's a lot of characters swearing a lot, and they do as much as they can with the swearing, but and I don't even think they have a like your single fuck that you get for a PG-13. So yeah, so the dialogue ends up being very generic and they can't take any risks with it because PG-13 nowadays doesn't mean shit. It's not like back in the 80s when you could have a gory film like Red Dawn be PG-13 or Uninvited, the cat movie. Like, you just can't have that nowadays. So that's a big issue of the film. It is chopped up to shit. Without credits, this film is an hour and a half. Without the end credits. The end credits are 10 minutes long for an hour and 40-minute movie. And I'm sorry, hour and 40 minutes, as soon as I saw that runtime, I was like, there had to have been a lot of shit cut out. This was clearly meant to be like an over 2 hour movie with like a bit more story to it. Because the story here, it scratches the very thin surface of the Borderlands plot, like the plot from Borderlands 1, and they don't do much with it other than have a couple set pieces inspired by the games. Like at the ending, like they show the monster that you fight at the end of Borderlands 1, which I guess that was cool to see it, but yeah, it was kind of just too little too late. Because this film clearly has a lot of hard work going into it. The set design is fantastic. Like especially in Sanctuary, like they do a really fucking good job of recreating the vibe of the first Borderlands game. Um and you've got like where else was it? Oh yeah, like Tannis's lab. Like all of these sets look fantastic. And the like costumes and all that. So much work has gone into this film just for it to get re-edited into a PG-13. And this isn't the first time Lionsgate has done some shit like this. There is another film I have yet to do a full review on. I did a short review a while back that I definitely will have to change because that was back when I was a lot easier on movies. Called shit, it was a Keanu Reeves movie. Give me a sec. Well, it's not really a Keanu Reeves movie. Uh shit, where is it? Exposed. Directed by G. Malik Linton, which isn't really directed by him. Uh, so that film was re-edited to make Keanu Reeves the star or give Keanu Reeves more screen time when it's originally supposed to be this like slow burn, like atmospheric drama about this woman finding out where her baby came from because she's pregnant and she doesn't know who the father is. And Exposed cut it up and tried to make it more of an action film, which is weird. That's kind of what's happening here. And Lionsgate, like, I love a lot of things Lionsgate has put out. I am so happy that we have an indie company that is doing as well as Lionsgate is. But we need to stop this Lionsgate. Please stop making these films PG-13 just so you'll sell more tickets. That's not going to work. Because the only people going to see the Borderlands movie are Borderlands fans. You know how old you have to be to play the Borderlands games? 18 and up or 17 and up. The same people who can go to an R-rated movie by themselves. It's a bad business decision. It's like if you make a GTA movie and it's PG-13. It wouldn't make any fucking sense. You wouldn't make a Hellraiser movie that's PG-13. Please, God, do not. But yeah, it's like remaking like Prom Night or The Stepfather for PG-13. It just doesn't work. You need that brutality. You need that gore. You need the swearing. Like swearing was a big part of Borderlands dialogue, and you barely have it here. It's just very surface level. So a lot of the scenes that are meant to be like kind of shocking or funny because they're saying a lot just come off stale. So yeah, that re-editing and the reshoots, there were a lot of reshoots done. So probably a lot of scenes of characters cursing had to be reshot. And I mean, I couldn't tell when the reshoots were, but this film is very light on plot. And there's not a lot of development for most of the characters. Because you're supposed to buy like Lilith becoming less cold-hearted throughout it, and I just don't. Because Kate Blanchett, again, she has not a lot to work with in this film. So I don't know, it's kind of a futile effort. Um, but yeah, like, I mean, I'll at least give this film one thing. The soundtrack or the songs that they paid to have in the film, pretty decent. There's a bit where Ace of Spades is in the film by Motorhead, which I do really like that song. I like Motorhead. They have Supermassive Black Hole by Muse, and the last time I saw that song in a film, it was Twilight. So yay for me being a Muse fan. uh but yeah, other than that, the score for the film is fine. I kind of wish they'd brought back the composer from the Borderlands games or one of them. I don't remember who the composer is, but um Steve Jablonsky, his score was fine. Um the action the action just feels so stale. It's very CG enhanced, a lot of CG explosions, like some not great visual effects work at a couple points. That most of the visual effects are pretty good, I think, but some of it's just really bad looking. Um, but yeah, and also the film's editing is choppy as shit. A lot of scenes kind of just stop. Uh, but yeah, like again, there are a few good things in this film, but they don't save it. Again, Gina Gershon plays a fun Mad Moxie, even though again she's too old to play the character. The set design, again, I already praised it. The set design and all of that is very well done. Um, and the film never felt long. Like I was at least kind of like, okay, is there going to be a part where this is going to get better? And I wasn't like bored. Like not bored to tears. I was at least like willing to sit it out. Like if a film is so boring that I have to stop it or there's so little happening, I'll just usually start doing something else and kind of half paying attention. I didn't do that with this. I paid attention. But yeah. Um this bombed hard. I'm kind of glad it bombed hard because that means that we'll stop having this whole thing happen again where they keep bringing these games out and doing half-hearted adaptations. But yeah, hopefully someday we'll get like a decent show out of it because Borderlands is what you need a show for a Borderlands adaptation. But yeah, that was my review of Borderlands. If you've seen the film, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you have any recommendations, put them down there as well. Like, subscribe, whatever, and movie reviewer next door out.